So I have the pleasure to be with Jean-Luc Moullet, Deputy CEO of Innovation at CNRS. So we're here to talk about Deeptech. And when we think about Deeptech, it's a lot about research and innovation that happens in the labs. And the first question I would have for you is, how do you decide that it's the right time to move from scientific research to business applications?
So Deeptech is about science, and science is about the people making science, which are the researchers in the lab. There is no right moment to decide when you want to transfer a scientific result onto the marketplace. It depends upon two different aspects. The first one is the willingness of the researcher himself when he decides that he wants to maybe divert from his scientific career and embrace an entrepreneurship path so as to create a startup. On the other hand, it's also in the hand of CNRS when we decide that we want to fund a project and enable that project to evolve from a scientific result onto a proof of concept and then a prototype. To make that decision, we basically rely upon the advice that we receive from partners, which can be investors, which can be bankers, which can be other CEOs from startup companies, which do provide us with some feedback upon the market acceptance of the technology that we want to put on the marketplace. We try to get away from the natural tendency, which would be to be completely techno-push, so as to embrace some feedback from the market as expressed by our partners.
Thank you. And so, as you mentioned, so timing is a bit of the essence there. And so moving from lab to first startup, but then moving from startup to scale can actually also take several years, sometimes decades. How do you see that compatible with the pace of business evolution and the need for corporates to be able to scale those innovations fast to power their business acceleration?
Well, there are two things. Corporations may be interested in partnering with startup companies which already exist, and that's our task to put them together and be able to create those partnerships between aspiring startups wanting to work with bigger corporation and corporation interested in being able to bring in on board or partner with startup which bring their additional value to their business. On the other hand, when a startup does not exist because there may be no startup available, we have the ability to develop joint partnership at CNRS level with such companies by understanding their strategic roadmaps, by understanding the way they want to evolve from a technology standpoint. We can create specific research programs aimed at facilitating the acceleration of the roadmaps of these companies.
So in a sense, bringing the startups to the corporate world, but also bringing the corporate world to the startups when we are lacking some startups in order to find the right ones. Thank you very much for being here today, and thank you for sharing your thoughts.